Hi Art Club, I hope you had fun making our tape art last time. Today we're going to be taking that down and then also going outside to use some iPads. Just as a reminder, I need all students to keep up their grades. It's really important because, as you know, at Christie Elementary with after-school clubs, I have to make sure that we are all above 70% in our grades. So just keep an eye on that. I've already talked to you if that's something that you need to work on. Otherwise, keep up the great work. I love seeing that y'all are passing your classes. Today, we're going to be using the iPads. We have about 18 classroom iPads, which means that some of us are going to need to share. Some of you may want to work in partners on this project. We'll talk about that in a moment. Today, we're going to be using the iPads to try out some photography techniques. I'm going to show you a few different techniques that you can try on the iPads when taking photos. We're also going to have some time to come back and edit those photos after a little bit, and then you're going to be uploading them so that I can have these printed for you. I will go over how to upload things to Google Drive, but as many of you know, if you've ever been in my classroom and taken my projects, if it is not uploaded to Google Drive, it will not be printed. So obviously, as many of you know, we have the iPad cart over here. Just please make sure you remember what iPad you took today. So for instance, this is iPad number 3. So I would be putting it back into slot number 3. So I'm going to basically show you just how to take a photo, even though I'm pretty sure all of you know already. If you ever want to open the iPad, you press the home button, press it twice, usually to unlock it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to press the camera tool. I usually have it in the bottom, and you can take photos. Some things you may not already know is that if you touch someplace, it will focus on that moment, or I'm sorry, on that spot. So if you want to take an up-close photo, you may want to focus it. Or if there's something farther away and it's not really focusing in on it, you can do that. If you need to zoom in, you take 2 fingers like that. When we take the iPads, you're going to hold them like a Chromebook, but first we're going to stop by over here. We need to take down all of the tape, so every single piece, we can't leave it up any longer. And then we will throw those away, and then we're going to head on down to the 5th grade hallway. We'll take some time outside to take some photos. There's plenty of spaces for you to take photos. You can go to the playground. You could be on the basketball court. You could go over to the bridge. You could hang by the river, but please, 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 make sure you're at least like 6 or 7 feet away from the water. I don't want these iPads splish splashing in the water, and then that's just one less iPad for us to use that maybe you have to pay for. We'll have about 20 minutes to take your photos, so keep that in mind. You want to take maybe, 5 or 6 photos. If you and a partner are sharing, you may want to take photos for each other or help each other out. Then we're going to go back to the classroom, have some time to edit those photos, upload them, and then have snacks. So be listening for my whistle. I'm going to bring it outside. Once that whistle goes off, it is time for us to go back in. We are going to go back to the classroom, so if you want to leave a jacket inside the classroom, and if you don't want to bring it out, that's totally fine. By the way, if it's a little bit rainy or something, we may just have to keep this indoors. Obviously, make sure that you bring your iPad with you. Please do not leave this outside. Once we get back, you're going to have a chance to edit. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the editing. So when you have your photo ready, you're going to go to Photos. It's the little rainbow wheel. Find that photo or photos. Maybe you want to upload more than one today. The very first thing you might want to try doing is the edit on just the photo library. There's some stuff that you can do. You can change the color. Maybe you want it, so dramatic, black and white, or cool toned. If you want to do just the magic auto enhance button, that might help you. Sometimes it changes things. Oh, yep, so it's a little bit brighter. I personally like the vivid. That kind of brings out the colors. You can change with the color, different options down here. Let's say you want to make this brighter, you can do that. All sorts of different options there. If you press and this is called a hamburger button. When you see those lines like that, it's actually called a hamburger. Get it? Because the slices like buns, cheese, whatever. Anyway, so you can go down here and you can mess with these different editing options. So maybe you want to make it super moody and make the black point really dark. I'm not. These are all options for you. I'll let you explore them on your own. I'm going to press done. All right, but there's also some apps that I put under photography. Every iPad is different. Let's take a look over here. So one of my favorites is probably the Artifact. So if you hit that one, it'll take a while to load here. and then go to gallery. So that just means your photo library. You can find that photo that you were editing, and you can add a abstract filter. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to. This is just an option for you. So maybe I want to see what this would look like. Rainbow. So I press the rainbow button. If you're in 4th grade, you know all about this app. You know that there are plenty of different filters to try and that they are all different. If you create something you like in any of these apps, look for this button right here. This is called the Share-O. This is how you save it or share it to our Google Drive. I think I want to try some other apps and maybe add some stickers or something cool. So I'm going to press the Share-O button. Now you could upload to my Google Drive right now, but I still want to add some stuff to my photo, so I'm going to press Save Image. So now I have this new image in my library, and I can keep on editing. So this process is called app smashing. So app smashing is where you put something in one app and then put another, and add stuff. Like I said, try any of these apps. Some of them are different on the iPad, so just try them out. Let's try this PicsArt app and see what it does. I'm just trying this one out. If I press the plus button and find the photo that I need, it'll give you even more options. Brushes, fit, you can add a photo on top of it. You can add text, stickers. There's even a drawing tool, so if you wanted to draw on top of your pictures, that would be an option. Some of you are very interested in adding layers, so you could add a layer. If you know how to do that, you don't have to do this. Sometimes it can be hard for people. Now, I'm not made of money, so some of these you may have to pay for, and so they may not be usable today. But try out any of the free filters and effects and see what they do. Once you're done with any of these apps and you have something that you want me to print for you, don't forget to save it to your photos somehow. By the way, before I show you how to upload to Google Drive, if you ever want to download another photography app, so let's say you see your friend using an app and you want to try it, but you notice it's not on here, go to iPad. You're going to press SM, which is called Meraki. This is where I keep all the apps that I've purchased for the class. So if you go down here, you're going to see a blank screen, but if you go down here, you're going to see apps. Press that. And then you can find all the different apps that you could try. So usually they're all on here, but let's say, I don't know, maybe I really need to do this Expose Me app. You would just press the cloud and download that, or iMovie, I don't know. Whatever you decide that you need for this project, you'll be able to download just by pressing that little cloud. So now let's talk about what to do once you have an image that you like. Now, mine is really crazy. You can do way more cool things than I can. I would press that photo, find that in my library. Then you need to find the Share-O. Come on, will you look at it? All right, Share-O is that box with it's really hard to see, that box with the arrow coming out of it. That's called the Share-O. We used it when we were sharing our image to our library, but now we're gonna share to Google Drive. First thing you're gonna see is this random code. That's the image code. Just change it to your name, or if you and your partner worked on something both, maybe you could put both of your names. I'm just going to put Mr. Boatfield. Once you have your name, you need to press My Drive. Sometimes our Art Club folder won't show up right away. If that's the case, just swipe down. It refreshes the screen and you should see Art Club. Art Club, save here. You should know how to do this if you're in 4th and 5th grade, how to upload. And then once you see Art Club is down there, just press Upload. And your image should pop up on the screen. I'm going to leave this open for y'all. And then I'm also going to write down these directions. But in a moment, you should see your image pop up on the screen. Once it's uploaded, and at the end of the day, I'm going to submit these to the Copy Center so you can get really big prints of your image. If you want to submit more than one, that is totally fine. I will still print it for you. All right, guys, remember, we're going to go down, get our tape off the walls. Make sure you're holding your iPad with both hands while we're outside. Make sure you don't leave it somewhere. Make good choices. Don't go near the water. No drama. I hope you guys have a great day.